Hey there, one-stop co-op shop fans. Mike here, and today we are looking at a roll and write from Stronghold Games called Dizzle. Full disclosure, both Dizzle and another game I'll be covering, Encore, were given to us at Gen Con this year for coverage. And also, to be totally honest, I am very much a roll and write neophyte. Besides playing Yahtzee back in the day and playing a single game of Welcome to Dizzle and Encore, the only roll and writes I've played. Now, Dizzle does give you some options in which level you play for solo play, which is what I'm going to be showing you, otherwise it's a competitive game. You can play at level 1, 2, 3, or 4, and they have different special squares you can go into and kind of different options. Today I'm just going to show you, I think, level 1 for just showing you the simplest version of the game. Since this is a fairly simple, quick game, I'm not going to do a full separate 5 and 5 for this. Instead, if you skip to the end of the video or go to the timestamp in the video notes, you can hear my thoughts. And the game is played over the course of 10 rounds when playing solo. You'll see this little single meeple guy over here. So at the beginning of every round, I'll cross off the round number, and I'm going to roll these 8 black dice. Now, for full disclosure, the game comes with 10 black dice, but 2 of them are sort of rolled for your opponent. I like to sub in these 2 white dice to keep track of which ones are on my side and which ones are kind of messing me up. So and how the game works is you roll your 8 dice, and you can divide them up into their appropriate value. So here we've got a whole bunch of 5s, a little bit of everything else. And then you choose a single die to place on your board. Now, at first, you have to place the die next to, orthogonally next to, so not diagonal, an X that's already on the board. You see you only have 2 to start. It also has to go on a space that matches its value. So let's say that I took my single 6 and put it here. Now, in the competitive game, people would draft, so each other player would get a chance to take one of these dice and put it on their board. But here we're going to roll these 2 white dice, and they're going to pretend they're players and basically take away 1 die each if they match any values on the board. So there is no 6, so that guy doesn't steal anything, but this one takes the 3, and that's out for this round. Now, for all my subsequent placements after this initial 6, which had to go next to an X, they have to go next to dice currently on the board. So the X's don't matter anymore, only the placed dice matter. So here I could, let's see, I've got a couple 5s, although the 5s are the things that are going to matter the least if they steal, but I kind of put myself in a corner here, so okay, I'm going to go 5. I roll for the AI. Oh, and they take away nothing. That's awesome, because there are no 3s. I think I can do a 2. Let me do the 2 first instead of the 5. And, okay, they do take my 1 away. So I got 2 5s and a 4, but I think only 5s can go anywhere right now, so I'll put a 5 there. They take nothing. Okay, so now we get to one of the extra rules of the game. When you cannot place, because at this point I've got a 1, 6, 2, 3... Those are the only values that are next to me, not 4 or 5. If I cannot place, then I can either choose to stop, or I can choose to roll. Now, if I roll and I get like a 4 and a 5 again, but don't get any of the values that are actually next to me, I have to take one of my dice off of the board and put it with the dice I rolled. And that's not the end of the world. I might be able to put it back next turn, but of course the AI might steal it. But if I do roll a value, I can immediately place one of the dice that matches. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I did get a 2, which means it has to go here. And then they don't steal my 4. So now I could roll again for the 4, although clearly I'm being a little bit more crazy here, but let's go for it. Another 2. Pretty sure there's not another 2. Okay, so I have to take something off. Now, it usually makes sense to take off the same value you just put on, although I can actually take off this 2 and give myself a bit more placement options next time. And, whoops, they don't take any 2s, so I can put the 2 back, and then if I survive again, I can try to go for it again, so you can kind of get into this interesting little sequence, well, interesting or repetitive, your choice, where you can keep on trying to do the same thing over and over. So here, I don't have too much to lose with all these 2s, so I'm going to just keep on going for it. Hey, there we go. Okay, so I placed the final die available, so now I have to stop. And sorry, I sort of went into teaching into actually playing the game, so let's just go ahead and call that round 1. So now I cross off all the spaces that I went through. That's basically how the game goes. Now, there's a special case you haven't seen yet. Let's say that there was an X here, and then I put a 1 here, but I was completely enclosed by X's. In that case, I can now start next to an X again. So once you're like completely locked in, then you can start again next to any X. Now, let's get to scoring real quick before we go into round 2. So you'll see kind of the scoring breakdown here. Every of the gems that I cross off in this one are worth 3. Every row I fully fill that has an arrow next to it, so there's 4 of them here, the longer ones, is worth 10 points. Each column I fill is worth a certain amount. So here it's 5, 10, 5, 10, 5. If I get both of the puzzle pieces, they're worth 10 points, but otherwise nothing. Now, the squiggle would be the bombs you're playing competitively. They actually put squiggles on the other player's board, so you can kind of mess with each other a little bit. But here, instead, if I cross off bombs, they're worth 2 points. But there are no negative points in the level 1 solo game. You can see some later. All right, so we're going into round 2. Let's see what we roll. So the most strategy I have for the game, and again, I'm not that great at these games, so it's not that much. I try to look for numbers that'll kind of go in a row. I try to work towards something that'll give me points. And when I can, I try to use up the dice that have singletons, because that way I take away an entire value, and I'm more likely to have the negative dice here miss me. So with that in mind, I'd love to use the 1, the 4, the 5. Let's see, the 4 would get me this bomb. That's not too bad. And then I could work down to the puzzle piece. Yeah, so let's start there for now. So I'll cover up the bomb, see if they take anything from me. That's a 4, right? Oh, yeah, that's an ugly die I'm using. But 2 4s, wow. Right when I used the 4, that was lucky. So now I could go to the 1 up here, but I'd rather save the 1 for the puzzle piece down there. So there we go. 5, 6. Ooh, they took away 2 dice that time. That was not nice. But we will go ahead and get our first puzzle piece. We'll work our way to the other one later. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so sometimes the AI just really has it out for you. So do I have a 3 left? Okay, so here I might not want to roll because all I can get is a 1 or a 4. And on a single die, that's only a 1/3 chance. And if I don't get it, I got to take off a die that they might just totally mess up because I still don't have a 3 that can really go anywhere. So I'm going to stop there. Only 3 dice, not a good turn. If the AI does those double takeaways, then it's really tough to do well here. But I did get a bomb. That's 2 points, and I'm halfway to 10 points for the puzzle pieces. Okay, we're going into round 3. Let's see what we get. So no 1s, but doubles on 2, 4, and 5, and then a 3 and a 6 thrown in. So I could get this 4 and then place anywhere I want afterwards, but there's no real hurry on that. Got a 3 here and a 3 here, and both of those are pretty important areas to kind of build into. I could also go 4, 5, but I have a chance of me still having a 3 for the puzzle piece by then or low. Let's keep on working on this side and move over there later. See, I think I'm going to use the 3. And which one do I want? That's 10 points, but that gets me closer to another gem. Let's go here. And they take away my 6. Okay. So all I've got is doubles right now. And I believe all I can do is a 5. I think I should have paid more attention to what values were ahead of me. Okay, nothing taken there. That's great. So, yeah, okay, I got to roll right away. I'm definitely going to roll when I have 5 dice left, but that's sort of funny how quickly that happened. Ooh, a 6. There we go. I got that gem for 3 points. And, oh, man, they take away 2 4s. That was not nice. So, do I roll here? It looks like I've got 1, 2, and 3, so half the values available to me, so my chances are pretty good. There we go. I got both of them. Let's see. Let's go for... Yeah, let's go for the gem. It's worth more points, and it's also in a column that matters. And then if the 3 is still around in a second, I'll use that too, and it is. Oh, hey, that worked out well. They would have taken the 1. All right, so we got 2 gems and a bomb there. That's 8 points. And then we're working on a nice row here for 10 points. Going into round 4. Let's pay a bit more attention to where I can actually go. So I could go 6, 5, but then I'd be trapped in the 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 4, 3. That wouldn't take me too far. But I could work my way. 1, 2, 1, 3 might still be around, although probably not. But yeah, there's kind of like a nice area up in here with no 4s required. So let's try building into the other side this time. All right, leave me alone, guys. Ooh, that did not help. All right, so let's see. Do I want to build into the 2 or the 5? The 5 I only have 1 of. So let's do the 5 for now. And then I'm going to be kind of trapped because I don't have 1s or 4s anymore. Okay, 4 and a 6 is gone. So I think I just have to build this random 2 because I can do it. So you can't choose to re-roll when there's still places that you can place. Nothing. So do I re-roll? I've got 6. Oh, wait, I've got another 2. I didn't even see that. Okay. And they take away the 3. Okay, so only 4 dice placed in the 4th round. Nothing there. We're making some inroads on the other side, and then I'm very close to finishing that 10-point row. Okay, going into round 5, we're about to be halfway through the game, and I'm not really good enough at this to know if I'm doing well or not, but let's see. Okay, so no 3s, single 1, a single 4, single 6, a lot of 2s. So I can't get to the 3 puzzle piece right now. You know, this seems like a pretty decent time to get this 4 place and then reevaluate my options in a second, so I'm going to grab that gem, and then again, since I'm all trapped by X's, I can place in any new place next to an X next round. 5 and a 2, that was not great. All right, so where do I want to go? I have a 4 again. Could go 6, 5. Unless they take away the 5, that'll get me a gem right there. Let's see if they do. Nope, but they did take a 2. All right, but I'm still going to get my gem. They take away a 1. All right, so yeesh. I've got to roll for a 2, and the only thing I can get is a 4. So yeah, I think I'm going to stop. What another terrible round, jeez. But I did get 6 points, so not too bad. Okay, we're going into round 6. Here we go. Okay, I can see some re-rolling coming in my future very quickly. Although the 4s might help. I have a lot of places that need 4s. So it seems like the clear choice here is 4 and then 3. I can definitely get the puzzle piece. I'm very safe in that way now. Okay, come on, miss me. Okay, got a 3. I can deal with that. Let's get that puzzle piece. 6 and 1. Nope, I'm okay. So can I go anywhere? There's a 3 up there. There's a 5 up there. So I have to go to one of those. Let's use the 5 while it's there. Took away. Okay, and then I'll use the other 3. So I've got 2 dice left. Let's see if they leave them for me. They do. So I've got 1, 2, 6. Again, 50% chance for each of these dice. Seems like I should re-roll. Oh, but that's not it. So I got to grab something. I'm going to grab something I have a lot of, and I can take it away from anywhere. So I'm going to take away the 3 from this random space, and not the one that's actually worth points to me. And I got the 5. Okay, I put the 3 back. And it's still there. So yeah, let's go for it. 50% chance. 6. Okay, hey, I got to put the die down at least. So I got the puzzle piece. That's the second one. That'll get me the 10 points. And then I've got a few rows that are pretty close. 10-point columns. Those are both pretty close. I've got a lot of gems I can still work toward over here. All right, going into round 7. So a ton of 2s, 4s, and 5s. The 1 is kind of the outlier here. Let's see, 1, 5, 2. 3, 4, 1, no. 2 and 4 to finish, but that's only a 5.1, but it would also get me closer to that. 4 and 3, but I don't have a 3. See, if I went 4, 2, I mean, the 1 will probably be gone by then. If I went 1, 5, I'd have the 4 or the 2. Yeah, that seems like a good option. So let's use that 1 as quickly as possible. And they got a 5, but that's it. So I will use the 5 for the bomb. It's 2 points for me. And they get a 2. So we got 2s and 4s. So the 2 would get me up toward that gem, but the 4 will get me, oh man, 1 away from completing that. Although I guess, well, yeah, I'm pretty close for either of them. All right. And I took the other 4 away, so now I'm clearly going to do the 2. So I can still place if I get a 3 or a 6. And even if I don't, I have almost every value to pull from. So let's go for it. Come on, give me that 3 or a 1. All right, so I'm going to pull away the other 1 to protect me. Only a double 1 would take away my thing at this point. Okay. And nope, they didn't get me. Let's try again. A 2. Do we need a 2? No, it was a 3 or a 6. So I'll pull away the other 2. Okay, so we're going to stop there as we get our die back. We did not get our gamble to pay off. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so even closer with that row. Got the bomb. About to get that gem. And then I only need 1, 3 to finish out that 10-point row here. Only 3 rounds left. Here's number 8. Oh my gosh. So many 2s. And then a random 1 and a bunch of 3s. So if I get the 3, I'll immediately be able to place somewhere else. That's fine. Is there any way I can use the 1 that's meaningful? I guess I could do that, but I don't know if it'll actually pay off. Yeah, okay, let's use one of the 3s and just hope they don't roll the 1. Come on. Nope. Oh, gosh, they did take away 2 of my 2s, though. So I'm trapped by an X. I can place anywhere. Seems like I should use the 3, and hopefully that 1 will still be there. I knew I finished my 10-pointer. That's great. No! Okay. So that means I do have to oh, wait. I'm rolling for a 1. Well, let's go for it. I got 3 dice left. I can't stop now. Yes! There we go. Got the gem, although, once again, my options are limited. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, wait, no, it's not a 5. That's a 4, so I'm still in. Let's see. Are any of these things I want to pull away? These are all really good, but I don't want it to sit with 2 dice. Man, should I go for the 6? Okay, let's go for it. Let's see what happens. 6. No. Oh, man, it's not any values that I even have, which means now I'm putting myself in danger of losing things. All right, let's take away this 3. Don't roll a 3, please. No! Okay, well now I can get a 3 or a 6. Okay, all right. If they don't get that 6, then I'll be happy. They didn't. Okay, I guess that all worked out. So I'm almost done this row and got a gem. That's great. Got a gem here and completed that row for 10 points. Let's see, I got 2 more for this column and 3 more for that column. I'd like to work on those too. Second to last round, and then we'll see how the score tallies up. There we go. So let's see, I've got this 10-pointer. Got this 10-pointer, but it's also building up to another 10-pointer. Yeah, so this seems like the most kind of high-value area I can build into right now. So I've got a 3, got a 4, singleton of each of those. I've got several 5s, and I've only got a 2, so there's a good chance they're going to steal some of the things I need. So I guess let's start with, well, the 4, if they don't take the 2, I'll be able to build the 2 immediately, so let's try for that. And they, oh my gosh, they took both of them. Okay, I can build the 5. And, oh man, they took 2 dice. Yeah, sometimes they're just out to get you. So I got a 1 and a 2 left. Oh, and a 3. Okay, so I got a good chance of one of these paying out. Okay. So which of these do I want? I guess the 2 finishes one. But the 1, I mean, they're both good. Yeah, let's finish for now and hope that they don't take the 1. They didn't. Awesome. All right, so I've got just 1 more space left for this column. And I finished the 5-point column. Ooh, and I finished the 10-point row, so that was a really good turn. Going into the final round. So I'm not even sure, before I roll, what's most important here. So if I fill both of these out, I can immediately place anywhere again. So, but then I'd also have to get a 4. So if that becomes an option based on what I roll, 3 would finish that off. That seems like a definite priority. I don't know if I'm really going to have time to work into all these points, but maybe if I roll the right dice. So let's see what we get. Okay, 1, 2 3s, 2 4s, 5, 2 6s. So I didn't get the 2 to finish that off, so it seems like I might want to ignore that. I did get the 3 and the 4 to then place again. So let's start there. Although I guess I could place the 1 there and then just re-roll everything and almost certainly get a 2. Almost certainly. But I might not, and then I still need to get a 4. Yeah, I don't like those odds. Let's start with a safe bet. I take away the 1, so there that goes, and the 4, okay. But I'll get the other 4 here, and then I'll be able to place again in a moment. That's double 4, okay. That weird 4 is messing me up. Okay, so I can place anywhere with a 3, 5, or 6. So I didn't get a 2 for that, but a 3 I have for a gem there, so maybe the 6. Ooh, and then if I can somehow get a 4, I might be able to get another 10. Yeah, let's definitely go for that. All right, so here's a 6. Come on, leave me alone. No. Okay, but I got the gem. And now I don't have a 5 placement, so I could roll for the 4. Okay. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got a really good chance of getting something, but what I want is the 4, or, 2 is the consolation prize. But come on, give me that 4. 6. Okay, so something I can do, though. I can take any die I want. I don't need this. This is a kind of worthless thing, and now I've got a placement. So if they don't take that 4 away, that would have actually helped me. Oh, my gosh. Well, there we go. Hope's dash of getting that final 10. We'll see how important that is to my final score. So we did finish this 10-point column, and that was never worth anything anyway. Then we got both of those, but didn't get that terrible. So zooming in a little bit to show you the score calculation. So I count my gems first. I got all but 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 3. It's 21 points. Rows, I got 10, 20, and that's it. Missed the other 2, so that's 20 points. Columns, I got 5, 15. Barely didn't get that one. Puzzle pieces, I got 10. And remember, this is a +2 for the bombs and not -2 for squiggles. So let's see, I got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 bombs. So that's 6 points. So we total it up. We've got 12 plus 30, 50, 60, 70. So that's 72. Then you'll see on the back of the score sheet, they have the kind of scoring things you're looking for. It's different for level 1 compared to all the rest. So over 80 points would have been the best. I got 72, which is in the second category, so not too bad, although level 1 is easier, as you can imagine. And just to quickly show you the options that come out with the other levels. So in level 2, you've got some gems that are worth less. You've got doors that you need keys to open, so the keys don't get any points themselves, but they let you get through the doors, which in Solar just gives you more options to get around here. For level 3, things get even a little bit wackier. Now you've got a whole bunch of single value purple gems. You got one of my favorite things, the rocket. When you cross that out, you get to also cross out the planet over here so that you can then just suddenly build in a totally different area. And then in competitive, whoever reaches the flag first gets more points, and then it goes down for each later person reaching it, but in solo you just get the full 10 points. And finally, level 4, you'll see is a whole bunch of like sort of divided planets, and you need rocket ships to get to any of them, so you start over here. And the only new thing that level 4 throws in, besides an additional flag, is these little feces spaces here, which are -3 points if you're forced to put a die on them. So overall, I like Dizzle solo a lot. I think the variety of the 4 sheets does put a little bit above some roll and writes where it's very repetitive in terms of how you play it, although, again, I haven't played that many, so I don't know the full spectrum out there. I like the fact that certain squares are worth more than others. I don't love in these kind of games where everything is worth something, and it's kind of like a point salad. Here I have very specific things to go for, and it gives me a little bit more direction, which, at least for the way my mind works, is preferable. I think there's a little bit of strategy in how you pick the dice, and I do enjoy that. Of course, there's still going to be some luck to it, but you can kind of like plan out the scope of your turn. I sort of like the whole like rolling at the end of your turn to try to get extra things and pulling dice off and putting them back on. It can be tense, but it can also kind of get repetitive and frustrating if you just can't roll the right result. I don't know how I feel about the AI dice. It's very crushing to your efforts for a turn if 2 dice are taken, and you can do way more on your turn if no dice are taken. I kind of wish there was some way that it always took 1 die or was a little bit more balanced in the randomness, but, you know, it's a super quick solo game, so it's not a big deal, but just a little bit of a concern. I wish these 2 dice were slightly more kind of consistent in their randomness. Yeah, but overall, for a quick little roll and write, I've been enjoying it, and I do want to try it multiplayer at some point because I like the idea of kind of drafting the dice against each other and hate drafting someone, and the fact that the little bombs can actually mess up a square on everyone else's board. So I think they have some nice kind of competitive possibilities in here, more so than the solo, but the solo is nice and fun as well. So that was Dizzle from Stronghold Games. Hope you enjoyed it. Good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.